All right, what's going on, guys? So today we are at Carapac, and the reason we're here is we're going to talk about the concept of fixing your mistakes in real time. Now, what this means is that there are ways that you can mess up that will just end a kill, and there are ways that you can mess up that will make a kill harder, but not necessarily ruin the kill. So here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through a Carapac kill relatively normally, but then I'm going to mess up rifts in phase 2. And then we'll talk about how I deal with that. So here we're just doing everything like super normal. We're not going to do anything crazy here. This is exactly how I would do Carapac normally. That dive was bad, but it's fine. His health is low enough that we should be good. So normally what I do is at the beginning of phase 2, I will instantly go into a living death rotation because you can snapshot your adrenaline. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it a little bit late here. So I try to walk under, but the snap doesn't work. So I freed him, and now his rift is here. Now, that seems pretty bad, and it is. It's definitely annoying, but because I have death skulls, I can use my death skulls to kill the rift and just keep doing the boss normal. So now I lost a ton of damage, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tank some of these melee slams so I could just get a little bit more damage in. And now I've gotten him low enough that I'm going to get a lightning wall skip. So now we can just keep hitting him. So now, because I messed up the rift skip, I have to keep in mind that there is going to be a rift spawning behind me. So now what I can do is I can do the same thing where I plan a way of beating rifts. So skulls is obviously a really good answer to it. So I'm going to freedom, walk away here so that I don't take extra damage I don't have to, and then I'll skulls, and then because the skulls would have been bouncing to me, the fact that it's bouncing to the rift instead means I'm basically not losing any damage, even though I made a pretty massive mistake. So again, we're just gonna do the kill pretty normally from this point. It is possible, if not likely, that I get lightning walls here, but we'll try to not have that happen. Okay, nice. So we didn't get lightning walls even though we messed up rifts. So that is, for obvious reason, very, very good. Okay, so the big takeaway here is that because we understood what happened if we messed up and we had a contingency plan for what to do if we messed up, we were able to get through that kill really smoothly, even though we made what most people would consider a pretty large mistake. And you can do this at every boss, right? If you wanted to do this at Zuck, what I usually do is I will save my freedom on the first bleed, because normally what a lot of guys will say is a freedom the first bleed. What I will do instead is I won't freedom the first bleed. That way, if I mess up quakes, I have my freedom there. If you mess up quakes and your freedom is on cooldown, you basically just die. So this is just one example of many of how you can plan ahead and think about, okay, if I make X mistake, what can I do? So what we're actually going to do is we're going to do another kill. And with this time, we're going to focus on what happens if you mess up your melee slams. Again, the kill is going to start off pretty normal, and then we're just going to go into the first melee slams, and we're going to mess up our first surge, and we're just going to see what we can do to fix the situation. Now, so far, everything's normal, nothing super crazy here. Okay, so let's say I dive too early. Okay, so these slams do quite a bit of damage, do like 1500 each. But I noticed that they're melee damage. So what happens if I put on melee and just walk away? So if I just put on melee and walk away, I'm only taking 1100 damage, which means that it's actually completely fine if I mess up melee slams. So now I know, okay, during melee slams, it's probably in my best interest to just put on protect melee. That way, if I mess up, there's essentially no consequence for it. So now here's actually another instance where, because I messed up that rotation, Carapac has a lot more health than he would normally. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to tank the melee slams until I'm around half health, so that I can get as much damage in as I can on Carapac, and then still hopefully get this this lightning wall skip. So yeah, nice. We got the lightning wall skip, and that just another example of how, by thinking about your mistakes and thinking about how you can fix them, it actually makes it really easy to... Okay. Don't look at that. God damn it. Anyways, so hopefully this goes to show how thinking about your mistakes and thinking about how to fix them will help you get cleaner, more consistent kills, where even though you will mess up, you know what happens if you mess up, and you have a plan for what happens if you mess up. So yeah. Thanks guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.